One day I found myself being perpetually followed by a helicopter. Got to a ranger station by the end of the day and found out that my SOS signaler was defective and had been sending out SOS messages all day long. But my trail name was born. I am now Chopper. Hi, I'm Dylan Hoffman and I'm hiking the Pacific Crest Trail.
I'm in the middle of what may well prove to be my most dangerous wildlife encounter.
Everyone on trail, at least through hikers, go by trail names. You can never give yourself your trail name, someone else has to give it to you. There's an interesting dichotomy that happens when you're hiking because you feel super independent and powerful because you're taking on nature and hiking hundreds of miles. But the more I think about it, I really could not do this without the help of other people. I definitely need to thank my family, loved ones, and friends at home who send me packages, who give me some texts to see when I finally get back to cell service. And of course, the at one time strangers that become amazing friends. If I was on my own, I would probably still be stuck on a mountain in Washington somewhere. So obviously I can't carry 5 months of food on my back. I plan out roughly how long it's going to take me to get from one stop to another. And then the care package will just contain breakfast, lunch, dinners, snacks to get me from point A to point B.
It's resupply day. I'm here in a hostel. This is my new friend, Black Widow.
Hi.
We're all through hikers in this room. They tend to put us together, probably because we all smell equally terrible. Yeah, so this package is special because it comes with a bear box. Good glory, that's heavy. So this fine contraption is basically so that I don't get eaten by bears. Take a look in this box. See what's inside. It's like Christmas. I have to figure out how to open this. Black Widow, how do you open these?
Nature is completely unpredictable, and there's no way to know what's going to happen. So this year there was a lot of snow to deal with at the beginning for people going north. And for me, my biggest problem was going south. There were just fires all along the way. And you just have to be flexible, I've learned. If you're planning a 5-month hike, you gotta know that it's probably not gonna go exactly the way you expect, and that's okay.
Because there's so much smoke. Good gracious. It's not supposed to snow today. It's okay. We will press on because, well, there's really no other choice.
My gear setup and consequently my pack has constantly evolved. I found that there's gears I have to swap out just because it isn't working. Or in the case of the Sierras, I've had to add a lot of gear, like a bear can, warmer clothes, ice axe, crampons. So my pack is probably a good 10 pounds heavier than when I started. One of the biggest struggles I've had mentally on the hike is learning how to balance living in the moment and enjoying where I'm at and the constant need to get miles done. I definitely tend to be more of the hopeless romantic, let's watch the evolution of the sunset for an hour. It's hard to do that when you also need to hike. I'm still figuring out that balance of how to enjoy the moment and keep moving.
Well, here I am on top of a gorgeous vista for sunrise, which is pretty great. What's not so great is that I hiked from way down there.
A very common phrase amongst thru hikers is hike your own hike, and that's because everybody has a different expectation and goal with what they're trying to do. Some people want continuous footsteps from border to border, and I think that's amazing. I decided pretty early on that my goal was to just make the most of what time and distance that I had, which for me meant actually busing through most of Oregon because of forest fires. But I don't feel shortchanged at all because I'm having a great time. I'm taking a lot more time to do photography and watch sunsets and enjoy the moment, which I acknowledge is different from other people, but I'm hiking my own hike.
This chapter is what we call hitchhiking in the snow.
So hitchhiking is a long, proud tradition that goes right along with the PCT. It's just impossible really to do it without it. A lot of the towns you need to resupply in are several miles out of the way. So I have talked about hitchhiking with some of my female hiker friends, and their experience is a little different. They have to turn down rides when they don't feel comfortable, but I've never met girl hikers that have to wait more than 10-15 minutes. A lot of times male hikers will team up with female hikers when they're hitchhiking because it's easier to get a ride. Usually I don't have to wait more than half hour, 45 minutes or so, which isn't terrible unless it's snowing.
This part's called I'm Still Hitchhiking in the Snow. And it's getting colder. Come on, come on, everyone stranger. You know you want to stop for me. Oh, you're gonna speed up. He stopped.